Yeah. No, I knew Tonges was going to come down to it.
Can you just give us through you're obviously the long play, you're looking left, you're moving around. Describe that play?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fast break, so you walk up and snap the ball quick, and it was just a straight across the board read, and just felt like the coverage was tight, and at that point I felt like I needed to leave the pocket, trying to find a guy in the end zone, and then as I'm going away, it was put it hopefully to where Tonges can get it or nobody can get it. I know it was a close call, but he used his length, came down with it, and yeah, here we are.
Christian, what was your view of it? I don't know if you saw it live. What was your view of the play?
Yeah, I ran a flat and then just watched from there. And, yeah, it was awesome. Felt like it was slow motion. And then when he came down with it, obviously we were excited.
This could be for either of you, but did you realize that was his today he hadn't had a career reception coming into this game, and how impressive is it that he then goes out and has the game that he has?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
What does it say about him to stay ready for that moment?
I mean, he's a guy that even last year, I remember against the Rams, George was down and we had Tonjes go in. Like, he's been a smart guy, and it just, it comes down to opportunities and in games. Do you get the right look, to get the ball and everything? So he's been a consistent guy all throughout last year in camp, and George goes down today, and then boom, he's ready for his opportunity. So we all love Jake. He's a smart kid, and we all love him, and he's a brother to us. So we're gonna keep moving forward.
Yeah, he's a guy that's made of the right stuff too. Practices really hard. Attention to detail is great. Willing to block. Does all the things right. So it's pumped for him.
Yep.
After 31 touches, do you have a sense of how your body's going to feel when you wake up tomorrow?
Oh, amazing.
There was a lot of everything, right? But a lot about the middle runs. Was that a particularly, a grinder for you?
Yeah, it's a really good defense, man. I mean, you go to an NFL game, you never know, how it's going to play out. You just got to be ready for the ops, and we knew that was a good defense. They don't give up a lot of explosives, so some of them was just stick your head in there and try to get as many as you can and stay on the field. We had a lot of long drives, but overall I was just happy we got that win. They're not all going to be pretty, but it was good to come out with a win.
Well, you guys have practiced the 2-minute drills. Have you practiced that throw to Ricky? Is that part of the repertoire, and how did that develop?
In certain situations, Kyle knows when to take a shot and everything, and has a good idea of like what defenses do. So, that was a great play call by Kyle, man. And then Ricky executed a great double move on Tariq, and for us to be able to come down with it, the O-line holding their protection and giving us the time to throw a play down the field. It's not easy, but yeah, we've done that at practice, and but I thought it was huge, man, just for Ricky, to get out there in his first start, and then in a clutch moment like that, do his job and come down with the catch and put us in position to score.
There were a lot of games last year, particularly in the division, that came down to the wire that you guys weren't able to pull out. What does it do for this team's confidence to get one on the road against a division opponent early, and especially with it being in question to the end there?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think, we have a really new team, and I think there's so much talk about this, our past teams, and but we try to wipe all the past noise away and focus on this team. And to have a bunch of new guys come out for the first time together and to play with each other and get out a gritty win against a good team in a tough environment, that's a big deal. And there's so much we can build from that we're excited about. But to come out of a game like that with a win is huge.
Rob, all the one-on-one stuff you've done with Ricky, was that kind of pay off today?
Yeah, 100%. I thought there were some things that I missed him on, that he did his job really well, and so we're gonna go back and continue to grow and build together. But yeah, man, from him coming in with the right attitude at camp, willing to learn our offense from day one, and be humble as a young player and ask me like, hey, as a quarterback, what do you see? What do you need from me? He's done that day in and day out, and he absolutely loves football. So for me as a quarterback, I want to ride with a guy like that and go out and compete and find ways to win. And so I thought today going out there, man, with the position that Kyle put him in to go out and win one-on-one reps and come down with the ball, man, it was pretty awesome to see. So we're going to keep growing together.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Last one.
Right, so I had a corner curl route, and I kind of slipped a little bit coming out of it, but I looked back at Brock, and he was started scrambling around, so immediate scramble drill, try and stay in bounds, try and beat your guy. I saw him throw it up. I wasn't sure if he was throwing it away or whatever, but I just tried to cut underneath the corner right there and high point it and, come down in bounds. So.
Isn't that just instinct in terms of attacking the ball? Because some guys may stand back and wait for it to come. Like, how did that kind of happen?
Yeah, it's something you work on. It's like a good fundamental of football is like always reaching out and trying to high point the ball or attack the ball so that, you let it get into your body or whatever, the defender can punch it out or whatever. So that's something, we work on and we emphasize a lot in practice and stuff. So I'm glad to see it, come into play there.
Does that moment feel like it's happening in slow motion? Does it feel like it's happening fast? How does it, like in your head, how's it playing out?
Definitely slow. I went up, I caught it, looked down at my feet, make sure I was in bounds, and kind of looked around for some flags. And it was silent, because we're on the road. So I think Russell Gage, someone was like, you scored. And so then I was, didn't believe it. And then I was, spiked the ball, go celebrate with all my guys. So.
Have you had game-winning touchdowns in your career?
I think this is my first game winner in my whole career. So definitely exciting and, dream come true. So.
When George goes out, what's kind of the conversation with you and Luke and Brian just in terms of you got to step up here? I know game plan was have George have you, right? So.
Yeah. So it's really just figuring out, in our different personnels who's going to play which position and how we're going to split up, the 11 personnel stuff. So that stuff was all, talked about at halftime, talked about, throughout the third and fourth quarter. But yeah, so we just try and, be as prepared as you can and slide right in there and try and, have the level of play be, as close as it can possibly be.
Did Purdy say anything to you after the catch or in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, he just said congrats. He was super excited, came over and talked to me, and just a big play. And, he does a great job keeping the play alive. And I asked him if he was throwing it out of bounds. He's like, no, I was just trying to give you a chance. So I appreciate him doing that.
The stat coming into today was one career target for you.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the instincts of, like, practicing and repping this.
Yep.
It's just in practice where you kind of build that up. And
Yeah, I mean, practice really, anytime you can get it, even if it's on, I've spent, a year on the practice squad before, so like scout team stuff, and like anytime you're in practice and you're running routes, it's really just a great opportunity to like, work on your craft and try and become a better player.
you've been able to see the play, like see it back.
Yeah, I've seen a video of it. I saw it on Instagram, so.
There was some talk about Dwight Clark.
Oh,
Just because of the,
the location, yeah.
Yeah, and jumping in front of it.
Yeah. What about?
Where are you going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, I mean, maybe some similarities, I don't know. But that's cool if people are saying that.
You said you spiked it. Were you able to track it down, though? Do you have it?
Yeah, I do have it. One of our ball guys on the other sideline was able to snag it, and Doc gave it to me. So I was super happy about that. So
Where will that one go?
I got to get some type of, trophy case or shelf or something. So we'll see.
Your first couple catches came earlier on that drive.
Yeah.
Did you know Brock was going to be looking for you at a safety valve, or what went on with those?
Yeah, so the first one was a screen, honestly, and I, could have done a better job on that one. Kind of got caught up, my feet caught up with one of the offensive linemen. So I was disappointed about that one because that was they were calling my number a little bit. So that one could have gone better. And then the other one, I knew I could have gotten I was kind of later in the progression, so I was just trying to stay alive and, convert that into a first down. And obviously the last one I wasn't, expecting in that fashion,
How was Brock in the huddle coming down the stretch?
I mean, he's confident, he's poised, he's like, let's go win this thing. We didn't want to kick a field goal. We didn't want to go to overtime. We wanted to score and win it right there, so.
Take one more, guys.
Jake, I just asked a couple of your teammates about your first career reception coming today, not only just the touchdown, but they were all shocked to actually hear that you hadn't had a catch before today.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel, and how did you stay ready for this moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's just preparing, like I can't tell you how many games I've prepared for, mentally, and really haven't, even gotten in the game on offense, mostly playing special teams and stuff. But that's just years of, just trying to take every practice serious, and no matter, if you're running with the ones during camp or if you're, scout team giving the defense looks, just always trying to maximize the time you get to make yourself a better player. So,
Thanks, Jake.
thank you guys.